still walking. Um, so, had some things happen this morning, had some things going on, and just decided, look, another mushroom. These mushrooms are growing all over the place. Oh my gosh, look at them. Look at these mushrooms. I wonder what's happening and why these mushrooms are just popping up. Hmm, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Um, as I'm walking and going, it's not like I don't have a lot of stuff that's going on and we don't have stuff to work on. I guess I just want to, which way am I going to go? I'm going to go this way. Um, I guess I just want to make sure that I'm doing what I got to do and I'm getting it done right. Um, yeah, just trying to make sure that we're getting stuff done. Getting stuff done. And so I had a lot of stuff running through my mind and going on, but and I had stopped. It was like, so I know that I said that I wanted to do these walks and have you walk with me and have you be my accountability partners as I'm doing this, because I want to make sure that I'm accountable to someone as I'm also accountable to myself. And we're always accountable to God. We're always accountable to God. But some of us, we need others to be accountable to. And so my team, they fussed at me because I got in my head listening to the advice of others, which is not always bad. But I was listening to how, sometimes said you have to be um, be prepared and have things to talk about, and I was like, that's not. And I keep listening to what people are saying about me, or how they're helping or trying to help me develop and be better. And so, so I get in my head and I start thinking about stuff. And I saw this post yesterday about this little boy who was in water, and he was holding on to this rope. He was holding on tight. And he was just screaming because he was in this water. And good morning. He was in this water. And he was screaming and hollering and holding on to the rope for dear life. I mean, for dear life. And so I'm watching, and I looked at the caption, and it said, when we overthink, and when we're overthinking a thing. And I'm looking at it, and I was like, what is happening? I was like, why isn't anyone helping this baby? He looked like he was like maybe 2 or 3. I said, why isn't anyone helping this baby? And so, I need to get my drain look like that. And so, after a couple seconds, it wasn't long at all. But a female, looked like his mom, I'm gonna say it was his mom, came over and took his legs and just put them down. And when she put his legs down, he stood straight up in the water with his whole, everything out from more than his waist up. And so, good morning. Good. And so, he stood straight up in the water. Stood straight up. And I looked, and I said, and he stopped crying immediately. Tears stopped immediately. And so I looked and I said, number one, wasn't in danger at all. And I was like, wow. He felt like he was in danger, but he wasn't in danger at all. And I thought that was interesting. And then number two, as I looked, it was the assistant that came, let him know he wasn't in danger at all. So his legs went down. He stopped crying. He looked around. He was like nothing happened. It was like nothing happened at all. And I was like, how many times am I in a place of I'm panicking about something and someone comes along and just gives a word, or I open up my Bible and scripture just comes, or God will drop a scripture in my heart to let me know you're not in danger at all. You're holding on to things, and you are looking at this from the wrong perspective. And just put your feet down. Just put your feet down. You're holding your legs up, when if you put your legs down, it's the support that you need. Put your legs down. Put your legs down. And so I just looked at it, and it has really resonated with me all day long, where we feel like we have to tread water. And honestly, you just need to put your legs down and stand. Because the bottom is closer than you think. And what made us think that it was so far away in the first place? What made you think that you had to hold on to this rope and not stand on your own two legs? What made you think that? And, thought about that because, there are some things and some people that I hold on to and for support. And honestly, if I just let my legs down, I can stand on my own 2 feet. If I just let my legs down, they are the support that I need. But I keep holding on to things and people. I love this driveway. Keep holding on to things and people that are making me cry. Keep holding on to things and people that aren't really supporting me. I keep holding on to things and to people. Yep. Things and people. How many of us hold on to things and people that we really just need to let go of and keep moving? Let go of and stand on our own 2 feet, because our legs are enough to support us. Our legs, our own legs, are enough to support us. We don't need something else. It was even, so the baby was holding on to, like I said, the rope. And when he stood on his legs, this is what I'm remembering when he stood on his legs, he let go of the rope. Oh Lord. When he put his legs down, he let go of the rope. Yeah. Y'all might not hear me. That's a great big lawn. They have a pool. It's a beautiful. It looks like they do have a pool though. Yeah. Scope my neighborhood. Sometimes I don't get out. And some houses I've seen before. But I walked around when I ran for office a couple of years ago, and I haven't really walked the neighborhood since. Yeah, I ran for office. I ran for state rep for in Montgomery County, where I live, and so I used to walk, and I used to be extremely active politically. But yeah, so I'm looking at some of the changes that have occurred, even in the neighborhood where I am, because I haven't walked it in a long time. And some of it, I drive, coming in and out and going about, but getting out and walking your neighborhood to see what's around you. I wonder if this house is for sale. Just to see what's going on in and around the neighborhood, in and around the community. We don't have a community like that where you kind of know your neighbors and you talk to them and go to one another's houses and those type of things, like it was back in the day. Back in the day, I knew who, when I was a little girl, little girl, growing up in Germantown. I mean little, like these are my formative years. We knew who lived next door on either side, who was down the street, who was across the street. We knew the block. Yeah, we did. We knew the block. Took care of one another, looked out for one another. Yeah, those are times back in the day. And then I lost that when I was probably about 5 or 6. And moved off of that block. Yeah, so yeah, I think I was 6. We were taken from that block, but I remember that. So walking around the neighborhood, walking around this community, because that's what I wanted, even when I started looking for a house. When I got married, and I had the aspirations of marriage, and what that was to look like. And so I started to build things around what my bees and stuff, what my thoughts were and what my aspirations were, probably because of how I grew up. So I wanted to be in a family community where there were homes, families that were around. So it made me make the decision of the house that we currently reside in, because it was a family home that a family was raised in. Mother, father, children. And then an extension was put on for the in-laws so she could take care of her father. And so I had the same thought process, same concept of raising a family, and then taking care of extended family, because you never know what's going to happen. And so when we were looking for a house, a home. We were looking for a home. When I walked into this house, actually I didn't even walk in. When we pulled up to the house, I was like, this is it. I was like, I don't even have to go inside. I already know. So we pulled up and I feel it. I already know. This is it. And so, yeah. So we went inside and I just walked inside. I was like, I ain't got to go no further. Now there was work that needed to be done that I wanted to do. There were things that I saw, renovations, because that's just where my mind goes. That's what I did with my first house that I bought for me. I gutted it out and redid it from the studs. I did, because that's how I work. That's how I operate. I value foundation. I value the core of it. And however, I do also understand, recognizing that we keep the bones. God does have good bones. And good morning.
Morning.
Sometimes we need to modify and do some modifications and some renovations on the appearance, but the structure, the bones, it's good. And so, you know, that's what I did in my first house, and also couldn't do it like I wanted to here, because it was about myself, and you have to be respectful and honor others. So it's been a longer process, but I promised myself that it will get done. But yes, I'm just walking around the neighborhood in the area in which I live and thinking about some things. You know, the process of how things are happening. My legs are starting to hurt. I wonder why. Probably because I haven't walked in a while. So I gotta do this more. Guys, y'all gotta keep me accountable. I gotta do this more. Gotta get out and walk. We gotta get out and walk more. And I thank you for walking with me today. I do. I thank you for walking with me and going with me on my thoughts and the process of where I am, where I'm going, how to get through some things. Some things just gotta talk it out. Yeah, might lose connection for a minute, but yeah, some things we just gotta talk out. And I thank you for talking it out with me as we walk together and process some things so that we can be better because we all want to be better, and we're walking so that we know that we're not in this journey by ourselves. We're not in this alone. And we can be together as we process all that is happening, because it's a process. We're processing. We're taking in our surroundings. We're looking at where we are. We are getting our footing, and we're standing our ground. Who we are. We're standing our ground. Yeah. We are standing our ground. Let your legs down. See what's around you. What's around you. No, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you. And if you just stand up, just stand up. Stand on your own 2 feet with your legs supporting you. You can let go of that rope that you thought was keeping you afloat. But really, it was a hindrance because it did not allow you to see that you can stand on your own. And you have the support of others, and more importantly, of God. Thanks for taking this walk with me today. I appreciate you for being with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good. He walks every day, no matter what. Thank you for taking this walk with me. And I'll see you on our next walk. God bless. Blessings. They won't go away. That part.